70% of us placed a bet on something last year. As a nation, we love taking a chance with our money. But why do we do it? Research has shown that even as children, we're instinctively drawn to betting. We enjoy the fear and the excitement. Because our parents do it, we think it's okay. Plus, the UK is the only nation in the world where children are allowed to bet on slot machines.
As we know, most British people gamble, and many of the parents will see no harm in their children gambling, and indeed will assist them in gambling, for example placing a bet for them on the day of the cup final and so on. So, as with other vices, the child is most commonly introduced to gambling by the parents.
But while 70% of the population gamble, 0.6% are problem or compulsive gamblers. 7 years ago, Shaun walked into a bookies for the first time and put £4 on a horse.
I always remember the name of the horse actually. I bet it was called Radical Lady, and it won something like 5-2. You know what I mean? I got like £14 back of it. I thought, oh, this is good. So I gambled it. I won some more. You know what I mean? I thought, oh, this is easy. This. And it's like just graduated from there really, from that day.
And what about your routine now? What would your daily habit be?
And about 10:30 I go in the bookies. But I only mean to go in like to spend a fiver or something. I'll probably put, say, £3 on a horse or a dog, and put the other £2 in the roulette machine. And normally, 8 out of 10, I've lost. So I either bang off another £5 on the horse or I'll bang it on the roulette machine to try and get my £5 I originally lost back. You know what I mean? And that loses, so I'm backing more, you know, to get my money back.
And when you put that bet on,
yeah,
can you describe that feeling when you're waiting for the result of it?
Never watch my races, never watch my roulette machines, or I stand outside. Yeah, I do get anxious, you know, especially when you're down to your last couple of quid. You know what I mean? That's the biggest one.
You know, overall you've lost a lot of money. What's the kind of impact been on your life overall?
I've lost girlfriends over it. I've lost homes over it. You know, I just didn't bother. You know, I didn't buy food, I didn't pay my bills. I've even borrowed money. I've stolen money. I'm in a situation now where I'm going to probably be homeless. You know, from today actually, I'm going to have to pay my rent. You know what I mean? But it's so be, so be. You know what I mean? I'll still be at bookies. My kids, well, my youngest son who I see, you know what I mean? I don't buy him presents because I gamble it. I don't buy him a Christmas present, I don't buy him a birthday present because I've gambled it. And when I do go see him, you know, I've got a few quid on me, I want to get to the bookies, you know what I mean? I'll take him to buy his little toy, then I want to leave, I want to go to the bookies.
Not a great deal is known about what exactly turns a recreational, so-called safe gambler into an obsessive one, but most research has shown that destructive gamblers are almost always found to have other problems in their lives.
It should be interpreted, in most cases, as a symptom of a personality disorder that will manifest itself in all sorts of ways. And that makes it very difficult for regulators to evaluate the harm that the gambling industry might be causing. Because if it's the case that the typical problem gambler is also an alcoholic and also suffers from all sorts of other things, then if you take away gambling, it doesn't necessarily take away many of the social problems that are associated with problem gambling.
Some people will be watching this and saying, when you think about the impact it's had on your life, why don't you just stop? Why don't you just not walk in to the next betting shop that you pass?
It's like asking an alcoholic now to stop drinking all of a sudden, isn't it? You want to have to stop. I don't know if I've got the willpower to stop, to be honest. I'd love to stop it, you know what I mean? I'd love to not just be able to walk past the bookies and, just walk straight, but look at it, just walk straight past it. Or something like drags me in, you know what I mean? I get dragged into it. I know people who have been addicted to gambling, you know what I mean? And I think I'd end up like that, but obviously I have. I admit I'm a compulsive gambler. You know what I mean? I am.
And what would you say to someone who is like you were 6 or 7 years ago when you first decided to walk in and just place £4 on a horse? What would you say to that person?
If I could go back to it 6 or 7 years, I'd be different. I won't do it. If I knew what was going to happen now, I would have said, nah, it's not worth it. So anyone who's thinking of doing it, just don't do it. It's just wreck your life, lose everything. You know what I mean? So my advice is just do not do it.